All right, we're at knowledge check 4.4.1. Now, the first step, we've actually done this a couple times now, but it's always good practice to get used to creating vectors. So we're going to, again, create the vector that we did in the last knowledge check, where we have a vector called weight, and this is going to be equal to these values that I supply. So we actually have 10 values here, representing 10 kids in their weight in pounds. So let's go ahead and we'll create that vector. Going to run that. Now, say we made a mistake and the third child actually weighs 96 pounds. So we can see up here the third child is 92. We could verify that just by indexing for the third element, and we see that the third element is 92. But we made a mistake and the child actually weighs 96 pounds, not 92. So we need to change that value. So what we can do is just do an assignment. And basically what we're saying here is we want to take the third element in the weight vector, and we're going to assign the value 96 to that element. So when we run that, now if we go ahead and just verify that, we see that now our third element is 96. All right, last one is say the minimum weight allowed to be recorded is 80 pounds. So let's go ahead and look at our weight vector, and we have some values in here that are below 80 pounds. So say the minimum weight allowed is 80. Change the value for all elements that are less than 80 to be equal to 80. So first thing we want to do is look for all elements that are less than 80. We can do that with this logical expression. Again, we get a vector back that has true and false values. I can index for those, and we see that we get back all the elements that are less than 80. So we see we have three of them, 75, 79, and 70 pounds. But we want to overwrite these, and we want these to all be value 80, since that is the minimum allowed weight to be recorded. So let's run that. And now if we go ahead and take a look at our weight vector, we see that we have all values are now over 80. And the previous values, like the first one, we had towards the end, we had a couple that were 70s or within the 70 pound range. Those have been replaced with the value 80.